It's our anniversary, and we're dining at our Disney Springs wedding venue.
Let's celebrate.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you are watching the Theme Park Foodies, and we are back at Disney Springs because it's our anniversary. This has become a bit of a tradition for Sam and I, where we dine at Paddlefish and do an updated Paddlefish review on our anniversary. Our anniversary is February 6th. We were married in the year of 2020, right before the pandemic. We were married at the top of the Paddlefish boat. This is going to be located in the landing section of Disney Springs, often overlooked because it's very close to our favorite restaurant in Disney Springs, which is the boathouse, and they both sit on the water, so I feel like they both kind of look like they could be boathouses, but the Paddlefish is not a boathouse, it is a steamboat, right Sam?
Yeah, so I think it's like a 19th century style steamboat. It's stationary in the water. It opened originally as the Empress Lilly. It was christened by Walt's wife. It has a lot of Disney history, and I really like the views from the top deck, which is why we chose it for our wedding. I know you're saying, why wouldn't you pick your favorite food restaurant to get married at, but we just thought for a wedding location that it was nice.
It is one of the most beautiful restaurants, and I do think the food at that point was a bit underrated. I think they had a little downgrade after the pandemic, but last year we actually did 2 videos on Paddlefish because you guys have been with us for a bit. You will know that one of our favorite items has returned, and that is Sam.
The Lobster Corn Dogs.
Yeah, we also had the Lobster Corn Dogs at our weddings. We always love having them. They also have a very delicious key lime pie. The food and the raw bar taste very fresh. They are known for their seafood boils. So we're gonna go ham tonight, have a full range of the menu, eat as much as we want at Paddlefish, and let you guys know if it's worth it. What?
I didn't know that.
Didn't know what?
That we're going ham.
I'm going ham.
I thought it was just, regular dinner.
No, I'm eating as much as I can possibly stuff into it. It's our anniversary, you gotta celebrate.
I know, I'm so tired right now.
It's okay. We also try to go to the top to show you guys how the top deck of Paddlefish looks, because that's where we were married. Let's plug some of our pictures in right here so you guys can see some of our wedding pictures.
Also, if you've been with us for a while, I'm sorry if you're seeing this video every year, because I feel like we do this video a lot, but it's special to us.
Yeah, no, this channel is about our life. So this is why we do this updated Paddlefish video. And if you guys are thinking about getting married at Paddlefish, or if you want to see the beautiful scenic views of Paddlefish, it's a great video to check out. I also think there are some underrated hits. So, and it's an easy review to get. All right, you ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Join us while we celebrate our anniversary at our wedding venue. The closest garage to Paddlefish will be Lime Garage. If you are exiting Lime Garage, you're going to continue straight until you find a bridge. Right before you go over that bridge, you'll see the former home of Sprinkles, which is a sad sight for us because Sprinkles is where our wedding cake was made. We wanted to get that remade. We weren't able to, unfortunately. But you head over that bridge, you're going to bear right over at Raglan Road and Cooks of Dublin. You'll be able to head straight down and you will see Paddlefish looming in the distance. It is one of the icons of Disney Springs. If you're taking the boat transportation here from the resorts, it's very hard to miss. You'll be able to see it and you'll be able to find it very well. You'll see those smokestacks right at the front, beautiful palm trees wafting in the background, and that American flag waving as well. No seats on the top deck tonight and no events. Obviously, it's so windy and cold. All right, let's head inside. You'll find your EV and stroller parking to the left as you go to walk in. A lot of attention to detail and fish theming as we walk in. Even the handles have some fish theming to them. When you see the front check-in desk, you'll see some scales that represent a fish at the bottom, and as you look up, you will notice some crab crackers shaped like a fish right above them. If you bear left and make a right, you'll be able to see where they make those giant seafood boils. Very fun, very good. And there are beautiful views, sweeping views of Disney Springs from here. You get a great view of the volcano from pretty much any window seat on the far side. All right, let's break the menu down for you guys. Of course, we have to start with our starters. They have a crab cake, the beef skewers salmon I love. Crab boursin spread I had last time when they updated their menu. Calamari I don't remember. They also have the scallops, fried green tomatoes, which we also love. The legendary Lobster Corn Dogs. We have grilled octopus and Prince Edward Island mussels. To the right, you'll be able to find the chilled and raw bar. Here we have the ahi poke, the shrimp cocktail, the crab ceviche, the crab guacamole, oysters in the half shell. They have a seafood tower for $99. Right below that is where you'll be able to find these seafood boils and all the different things that are included in them. Right here you see the soups and salads. I do really like their New England clam chowder. They also have a green salad, a Caesar salad, a wedge salad, and a Burrata panzanella That burrata we had when they revamped their menu. It is delicious. Right over here we have the pastas. For pastas we have linguine and clams, a shrimp pasta, and a burrata pomodoro. We also have from the port a stuffed cod, a catfish, crispy shrimp, salmon, crab cakes, shrimp and grits, swordfish, and my favorite here, the Florida grouper. I've gotten it like 3 times on a video, so I have to get something else this time. From the land is, of course, the land-based items. And here we can find the ribeye, the fillet of salmon, the chicken breast, the pork chop, and the boneless short rib. And then right here you have the sides to share, which you'll see asparagus, edamame, bacon succotash, skin-on fries, red bliss potatoes, and herbed Parmesan fries. And on the back is where you'll find the drinks. They have a lot of drinks here. They have the Lilly Steamboat, which is of course themed after Lillian Disney, who christened this ship the Empress Lilly. They used to have an Empress drink. I also feel like the drinks do look a little bit different. Captain Handsome, Hawaiian Shipmate, Bourbon Smash. They look like they changed them up a bit. And I'm just kind of going to scroll down for the rest of the items for you so you can all see everything. There's some fun mocktails like a strawberry basil lemonade and a cucumber sipper. They have some specialty flights like a Knob Creek, a High West, and a whiskey flight from around the world. All right, so we're starting off with the bread. It's like a pull-apart bread here. It is a special butter. I'm gonna take the one right off the top. These are like very kind of doughy, yeasty rolls. Let's get a little butter here. I feel like the butter used to be whipped. I could be wrong. It feels just very much like a standard butter. And these aren't as warm as they were last time. Let's try them out. I like the doughiness of this roll and the texture. I also like the crust that's on top of it. My big issue is last time it was warm. This time it's not warm. It's a good bread though. I'm gonna go 7. I think it'd be better. I also think the butter should be like whipped or something. That is my issue with it. But I do like the crust and the texture. If it's warm, again, whipped butter, go 8 or 9 category. If you watched us before, you know Sam and I love ourselves a bread service, especially me.
I do feel like they do have a weaker bread service though, especially compared to Boathouse. Yeah, it's not warm at all, and the butter is really hard. It's a very basic white roll. I'm gonna go 6.
A little 6. So it could definitely be better in your opinion. She's still eating it though. Funny enough, today they had a novelty paddlefish sipper. I've never seen anything like this before. We decided to get a mocktail in it. Sam, what's on it in the mocktail?
So I got the cucumber sipper. It has cucumber, simple syrup, fresh lime juice, and lemonade. You could also make it a cocktail if you want to add any liquor to it. I love this cup. Like, I'm so happy, but I don't know, like, the market for it. Like, I don't know if anyone else who didn't get married here is interested in this cup. You let me know if you think it's something you would buy.
It is certainly a Disney Springs icon, so I feel like
we should get, like, little figurines of ourselves and put them on the top deck. I don't know how I would do that. That is not practical. I do like how you hold it though. It's like comfortable to hold. Ooh. Ooh. Lemonade's tart. It's very refreshing and I love the glass. I'm gonna give it a 9.
You give it a 9. He made you cough and he still gave it a 9. That's how you know it's good.
It's not the drink's fault that it went down the wrong pipe. It's my fault.
Just want to show off the detail here real quick. Look, you can see the little paddle in the back here, the smoke horns right on the front. Very cool, nice attention to detail. I can't wait to put this on our shelf. So they're using soda water, right? They're not using actual soda.
It's lemonade.
Yeah, it's lemonade, but they're using...
There's simple syrup, cucumber, and fresh lime juice.
The simple syrup gives it a nice natural sweetness, which makes it not too sweet. And it also has that nice tart flavor as well. Definitely get that strong cucumber flavor. Very good, I agree. This is a top tier mocktail. Definitely a 9 in my opinion as well. All right, so the appetizers have been served. Sam, you're gonna start off with those beef skewers. Is there something we get every time we come here? They are a little pricey though for only 3 skewers. What beef is this and what's on it in this?
It doesn't say what kind of beef it is, but it comes with a house steak sauce, which I really like, and pickled onions. It is $19, so $6.33 a skewer. Sometimes we come for lunch and like we sit outside at the bar and like we just get like a bunch of small plates, and this is something that I always like to get. The beef is really tender, and like steak sauce itself has a lot of flavor. It's like very robust, very spicy, and then you also got a bite from the pickled onions. I'm gonna give these an 8. I feel like you could eat this as a little meal if you're not too hungry.
It's time for me to have my hand at the steak. Do you know what cut of steak this is, Sam?
It does not say.
I feel like it's sirloin. I'm gonna find out.
It's pretty tender.
It's definitely a lean cut. I think it's sirloin. It has a nice, like, almost fired flavor to it, right? And a great steak sauce. Look at the juice on that. Juicy, well cooked. They're probably not medium, not well done, but cooked well enough. I would like them like medium rare. But I agree with your 8. If you use like a filet mignon, they'd probably be 9 or 10. But the sirloin is still a good lean cut of beef that can be cooked very tender. And these are juicy, they're delicious, they have a nice kind of plain flavor to them. There's a good tang from that steak sauce on it. And here they are, the icon, the show stoppers. These are the Lobster Corn Dogs. We had these at our wedding. Sam, what's on it in these?
Cornmeal breaded lobster skewers with a sweet chili aioli. Come with some lemon. They are at market price, so at the end, when we get the bill, we'll let you know how much they were today. Someone did ask that in the last video. Out of curiosity, get some. This looks like a meaty one.
It's a thick dog.
I really liked the breading today. The breading tasted different to me. It was a little more crunchy and had a little more seasoning in it. It is like a tiny bit sweet, but it's more of like a savory cornmeal. The lobster was pretty tender, and I had a nice chunk on mine, a nice big piece of tail on it. I'm gonna get some of this dip. I do feel like there's an issue with like the breading staying on the lobster, which we had that issue last time, but I feel like the breading tastes better this time. They're just like a fun novelty. It's like an upscale, carnival-esque food, but really tasty. I'm gonna go 9. Also, I had them on my wedding day.
Yeah, we're definitely biased on these. Where else can you get a lobster corn dog? And these feel so uniquely Disney World to me because Disney, in and of itself, is like an elevated amusement park. That's what really a theme park is. It's an elevated form of amusement-based entertainment. And this is like perfectly encapsulates that because the elevated aspect of it is the fact that it's lobster. But then, of course, you have cornmeal surrounding it, freshly fried. It's a carnival food, but also an upscale food. The perfect blend of the two, the perfect snack for Disney, and the perfect wedding snack for Sam and Jay. All right, let me actually eat the lobster corn dog now. I'm gonna get a
Yeah, less talk, more eat. Also, we did a brunch, and I thought these were like a really good brunch food.
There's a very slight hit of sweetness in here, and then also some spice, which I think perfectly encapsulates the flavor of this. I want to try, like you said, Sam, the breading is very crunchy today.
The breading tastes better than it did last time. I feel like they changed it. It's more seasoned and it's more crunchy.
There's definitely some lobster tail meat. This is iconic. If you come here, I'm honestly just coming here to lobster corn dogs. I'm gonna go 10. That's the best thing.
You thought I was, when I said 9, you thought I was biased. Now you're going 10? Is that your extra bias?
The 10 is a bias because I've had that. So just so you guys know, I am biased because I've had them in our wedding. But we always really love these things. So I'm so happy they brought them back. And I need to reinforce that. So I'm gonna go 10 out of 10. And these were also very well made. Better than last time. So 10 for Spirit. This is another favorite app of ours. These are the fried green tomatoes. Sam, what are on in these?
So these are fried green tomatoes. So there's a elote on top, queso fresco, and there's a nice remoulade. This is one of my favorite appetizers at Paddlefish. If you're into fried green tomatoes, I always feel like they're nice and juicy.
I love the remoulade underneath as well.
They have some apps that really I think hit. That I think they're like a sleeper hits. I think like the remoulade is the star. They have good dips here too. I feel like the house-made steak sauce is really good as well. I love the elote and the cheese on top. Ton of flavor. Nice, sweet, juicy tomato. Nice crisp on the breading of the tomato. I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah, I almost feel like the apps are the way to go. I almost feel like the apps might be better than the entrees. Now it's time for me to have my hand at the fried green tomatoes. Look at that. Should I just plop this whole thing in my mouth? What you want from a fried green tomato is texture. It's a texture-heavy dish because you have the crunchiness of the tomato, and then you have the crunchiness of the fry right on top of it. So you have to be able to perfectly kind of encapsulate those two things or balance them. Because with how juicy the tomato is, it could sometimes cause that fry to leak off.
I think you said encapsulate 3 times this video.
I did.
Is that the word of the day?
It's my new word.
It's bombastic is out.
As you can see, perfectly fried around the center. Nice little sweetness from the corn. Nice little creaminess from the cheese. And then you have the remoulade right here at the bottom. It just kind of brings it all together. You went 9, Sam?
No, I went 8.
I'm going to go 8 as well. I think these are an exceptional fried green tomato. Maybe could go a little bit thinner. They are very thick, but maybe I think that's going to help them. So I'm gonna stick with an 8 for these. I think they're very good. So the entrees are here. Sam, you got yourself a salad for dinner?
It's the Burrata panzanella, cherry tomatoes, Kalamata olives, cucumbers, toasted bread, spinach walnut pesto. You can add chicken, shrimp, or salmon. I added the shrimp for $11. I got 4 average size shrimp. I remember I added the chicken once, and I remember not thinking that adding the chicken was worth the price, and I don't know if these shrimps were worth $11. But they do give you a giant piece of burrata.
The burrata is huge, and we did really like this last time as a appetizer when they changed up their menus. This was a newer item they got, like, I think halfway through the year last year that we really enjoyed.
I do feel like on both of our entrees, like the presentation was just kind of blah. If that matters to you, like it's not a big deal. Just pointing it out. Just kind of looks like something that I would make at home. Kind of just throw it together. But I am happy for this. Ooh, that looks really good.
Look at how the burrata just goos out into the entire plate.
I remember really liking the little toasted bread. It is a decent sized portion, but I do think $31 with having the shrimp in it is kind of expensive for not that much protein in the dish. I do really like the spinach walnut pesto that's in there. They did put a lot of oil though in this, so it's kind of like, you can see it's like saturated. The burrata is really good. The shrimp is fresh. I like that the vegetables are chopped. And it's tasty, but I do think it is a little on the pricey side, and they put way too much oil. Like, there's a lot of oil in here. That's kind of overpowering everything. I'm gonna go 7.
Okay. Lower number, or medium number. It's like a C, a 7, C plus. So I also went shrimp crazy today. I got the shrimp pasta. Sam, what's on and in this?
So it says linguine, shrimp, asparagus, tomato, and it's in a crab broth. I was gonna get that, but I'm not into crab yet, so I didn't want the crab broth.
All right, let's try this out. I'm gonna probably have to slurp. In Japan, it's actually polite to slurp. It's not polite to slurp here, but I am an unrefined man. Let's try it out. For 28 bucks, I got like 6 shrimp, tons of asparagus.
You had a lot of pasta.
These tomatoes are bursting with flavor. And I will say, Sam, I feel like you could have eaten this because it's not very crab heavy. It does have a slight crab flavor. And a little bit of Old Bay-ness of the seasoning, I would say. I actually do enjoy this, but you can tell that the pasta is not like a fresh linguine you make in-house. It's definitely like, pre-made box linguine. But I think the combination of everything, the color, how colorful it is, the combination of different flavors and the textures, it's good. It's a great pasta dish, and it's a good amount for the price compared to the other dishes that are on the menu. So I'll go 8 with this. I think it's good. I'm not sure it's like Italian dinner good, but the execution of the crab flavoring, that little Old Bay, along with the shrimp, all the bursting tomatoes with the pasta, I think it's a great combination. We have retrieved the dessert menu. They have house-made desserts, like a chocolate layer cake, a cookie sundae. We haven't heard great things about the cookie sundae. It's because it's gluten-free. If you are gluten-free, you might like it. And of course, they have a New York-style cheesecake. We are New York cheesecake connoisseurs. We'll have to be able to try that out. And then one of our favorites here is the key lime pie. They also have a flan. We're not huge fans of flans. We're not the best people to review that. They also have some after-dinner spirits here at the bottom. So the desserts have been served, and they are on the house. We got 2 desserts. I'm going to try the key lime pie, but Sam is going to start off with their New York-style cheesecake. Just as New York-style cheesecake with farm-fresh strawberry compote.
Sounds good, and they are house-made, so no frozen desserts, which is nice. Looks good. It is kind of small. It is a little circular. It's no Quorum Diner, but not many things are Quorum Diner.
For those who have recently found us, I am a huge fan of a diner in Quorum, Long Island, New York, that has a cheesecake there, and it is probably my favorite cheesecakes of all time.
Not a great area, Quorum.
Just go to the diner, try the cheesecake.
Suggesting everyone go to Quorum, but the crust is actually really good. It's super, super buttery. I'm actually surprised. We've never had the cheesecake before. We've had the chocolate cake, and I think like it's good, but it's not like go out of your way for. The strawberry compote tastes really fresh. I feel like we've been missing out on the cheesecake. I think it's pretty good. The whipped cream tastes fresh too. The cheesecake is nice and dense and creamy. Really, really good buttery crust. I'm gonna go 8.
Oh, 8 is good. And I mean, is it 8 because it's free, or is it 8 because it's 8?
No, it's 8.
All right, the key lime pie is their signature. Description here is a graham cracker crust and torched meringue right here on top. This is probably my favorite dessert from here that I've had. You can see that graham cracker crust right there at the bottom. That torched meringue right there on top. It really is like an exceptional key lime pie. Nice, like light, citrusy key lime flavor. It's not too sweet, which sometimes happens with desserts like this.
I think it's marshmallow meringue too.
That's what that is. Yeah, it's that unique kind of marshmallow texture on top. You can see it's perfectly like a torch. That's where you get that texture from and some of that flavor. The meringue is so good. Just look at that meringue. Delicious. Some of the food here slaps, and the key lime pie and the lobster corn dogs. Those are to me the quintessential foods of Paddlefish.
Let me know what you think of the cheesecake. I feel like you're a tougher cheesecake critic than I
am a cheesecake connoisseur. Let me dig into it. Quorum Diner is my go-to. They have a very light, kind of fluffy cheesecake in Quorum Diner. It used to have a good crust. Last time the crust wasn't as prominent on it. It was still a very good cheesecake. This seems to be a bit more dense.
It surprised me. I didn't really have high expectations.
Very dense. You know, a very great dense cheesecake. My favorite cheesecake of all time is actually, you know where, Sam?
Musso and Frank.
That's in LA. I'm gonna get a bigger bite of this. Seeing kind of flavor profile of that Musso and Frank. And although the Quorum Diner is lighter, again, it's similar New York style cheesecake. Very well done. I'm gonna agree with your 8 on the cheesecake for sure. I think it's a great cheesecake. Key lime pie is the winner for me, but the cheesecake is great. So we took the elevator up to the 3rd floor to visit the spot that we get married and where we had our reception. We're in the reception room right now. You can see, I think, are those like supposed to be fish tiles or just like dots? I don't know what they are, but we have a picture in front of that. We were seated right there, and we'll plug that picture in right now so you guys can see it.
You know, I never realized, or I guess I never thought about it. I didn't know it obviously existed, but we had a view of the Rainforest Cafe from our wedding reception.
Oh, yeah. So you could see, should I focus in on that? The Rainforest Cafe.
I mean, this is a classy wedding.
I think so. And here it is, the bow that we were married on. You see Boathouse right out there. We had an American flag waving and wafting right above us.
My dad was very happy about that.
Yes, he's a true American. You'll see the Disney Springs balloon going up and down. I'm surprised they're having it go up right now with how windy it is right now. But look at these beautiful views of Disney Springs right here. It's a beautiful shot right there.
And our wedding day was 86 degrees. It is not 86 degrees today.
Yes. We will plug in a shot of the front bow right here so you guys can see it. We always enjoy being able to revisit this area, but I'm happy it was much warmer on our wedding day. Not sure if you guys can see that, but you can also see the Epcot ball way back in the background just went off. And the Rainforest Cafe blazing in the distance. All right, so that's it for our Paddlefish anniversary. This is now a reoccurring theme, Sam. Every single year we've been doing this. I wonder if we'll do it again next year.
Unless we're traveling, there has been times when we were away.
Yes.
So we didn't.
But I think we've done it like 3 years consecutively so far. So we do a little update for Paddlefish each year. I do think it's an underrated restaurant. It is still not within those, I think, top 5 or top 6 kind of Disney Springs greats. But if you're looking for a spot there, and there is an opening here, I think if you know what to get on the menu, this is one of the places to go. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I honestly, tonight I thought the appetizers just shined.
Yes.
Comfort, and they have great drinks too. They do have a lot of great cocktails, great views, and when the weather's nice, they have a lot of outdoor bars on the different levels of the restaurant, and you can go and order food there. Yeah. Shivering.
Yeah, it is chilly out here tonight. It was so nice to be able to. We're standing right where we got married right now. Isn't that kind of sweet?
It's crazy, and like that was before we ever knew we were gonna have a channel. Like we started our channel like 5 months after that. Like I'm gonna go back to those people getting married and be like, you're gonna live in Florida.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have a vlog.
You're gonna Paddlefish every single year. I think that the lobster corn dogs tonight were definitely the thing to get. I think out of the 2 entrees, mine was better, but I think Sam's would have been better if it had less oil. I did have Sam's off camera. That oil definitely kind of ruined the flavor profile of it a bit. As far as the sweets go, I think the thing to get here is the key lime pie. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, that's not even my thing, and it's delicious.
Yeah, and the service was great too. It was very nice. They gave us 2 desserts. Paddlefish always treats us very well, so we're always going to be very kind to this restaurant because it holds a special place in our heart. I do consider it an icon of Disney Springs with those smokestacks sitting in the background, the twinkling lights right above it. If you're taking one of the boats over here, it is definitely a sight to be seen. And while I don't think it's the best food in Disney Springs, it is very good food if you know what to get. It's a little pricey too. So they didn't charge us for those 2 desserts. It was about $148 with our pass holder discount.
That was also because we got that souvenir cup and the mocktail. That did bring it up.
It did. And if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow, which is this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing It also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications, that way you are notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday at 12 p.m. Oh my gosh, I almost said the old thing. And hit the bell so you're notified when that second video drops later in the week, which has been usually Friday.
Yeah, 12. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Don't make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. This view is one of the big reasons we chose Paddlefish as our wedding venue. The food was good, too. I feel like we keep saying, oh, they're not in the top 5 or top 6. It's hard to rank because there's just so many good restaurants at Disney Springs. But I think if you got the things we got here today, I don't think anyone would be disappointed. If you liked those things, of course.
I agree. Also, we are so lucky because our wedding was a few weeks before the pandemic happened. We're lucky we were able to have our wedding. I feel so sad for everyone that had to postpone and change things because of the pandemic. Like, I always feel very grateful that we got to have our wedding when we did.
Yeah, I agree. It was 2 weeks later, everything shut down. We both lost our jobs 3 weeks later. So it was definitely a crazy time. But we're very lucky to have that wedding, have that honeymoon in Disney World.
And now we're here. And like, if all that, like, the pandemic was obviously terrible, but if none of that happened, like, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't have a vlog. We wouldn't have moved to Florida.
Would be no channel if we weren't furloughed or lost our jobs. So thank you so much for everyone who's joined us on this journey of YouTube and of marriage. It's channel's almost as old as our actual marriage.
Also, we did get jobs. We have remote jobs, which is why we were able to move. It's not like, oh, we lost our jobs and then we're able to move to Disney. That didn't happen that way.
Yeah, we both work full time on top of the channel, so I want to give a special thank you to all you guys watching, and the people you see scrolling up on the screen right now, those are our members. I want to give a special thank you to them and their generosity for helping us fund this channel. If you have any interest in a membership, we have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and adding credentials like you're seeing right now. If you have any interest in a membership, you can check out the join button below and learn about all our different tiers and perks. But even if you can't become a member, if you're someone who consistently likes, comments, subscribes, engages with these videos anyway, we greatly appreciate it because your engagement, it helps us make more of them, and we feel very privileged and very lucky to be able to make them. And as always,
keep it going for Frank.